Okay,
Yeah.
so it is Tuesday the 10th down at Ava. We brought April down for fun, but there's a costume class since it's the fall show, and me and Becca are going to ride double on her with a costume, which you guys will see later what that is.
April had never been rode double before we went down to Ava this week, but since we only brought one horse to have fun on, the girls ended up riding her double all over the place so that they could get out and have some wheels of their own to get around on. April didn't mind it any, and she never did spook at anything in the showgrounds, so when the girls wanted to just go out and enjoy the day, they would take April and ride around. That's how we came up with the idea for them to ride double in the costume class. We've been bringing the girls down to watch the Ava Horse Show or participate in the Ava Horse Show since they were born. I remember the first year dating Emery, I brought her down here, so it's been a part of their lives as long as they can remember, and they've always wanted to do the costume class. But this is the first year we've had a horse with the correct temperamental proclivity for it. Isaac has not ridden as much as the girls have in his life. You know, it's not really been his thing, and he's never really asked to do it a whole lot. He does enjoy showing, and he has a little pony that at home, Thunder. He's been in some of our videos that he learned to ride on. But we took the time down at Ava to do a little trail riding, and he's getting used to April, which is, he really liked April. Here we're taking her through some of the obstacles that they have down in the valley below the showgrounds, and April does real well. And here in just a minute, you'll get to see Isaac do his very first canter on a horse.
First time ever for April.
I am expecting that Isaac will get into horses more as he gets older, because he has a really nice yearling bay filly that I bought him named Rosa's Bay Lady. And he's going to help me start her under saddle next summer. And then during the winter time, we'll train her and he'll get to show her as a 3-year-old. We're going to try your first canter, okay? You want to try it? I'm going to ride ahead to about the top of that bush. When I get to that bush, when you get to this start of this hill right here, just walk and then just say canter and just rock your body and say canter a couple times and just let her go up into a nice slow canter, okay? I know it's not much to most people, but the first time you canter a horse can be kind of scary, and I know Isaac was nervous.
Say canter. Beautiful. That was beautiful.
Like it? Awesome, your very first canter ever. On video too. I wish you all could have seen Isaac's face after that. Hi everybody. So now it's Friday. Tonight, April is our 3-year-old mare is making her showing debut. So gonna be a lot of pressure on a little girl. She's gonna have a whole bunch of tulle on, and the girls are going to ride her double bareback into the costume class and see if we can't get the crowd's support behind us. So stay tuned, this ought to be fun. This class was kind of like a culmination of all the training and hard work that I've put into April over the last couple of years. She really just does great. She's a young horse, and we're going to be selling her in the springtime, about May, and people really get surprised when I say that because she's amazing. She's a once-in-a-lifetime family horse for most people, But that's my gift. That's what I can do. I can recreate this, and that's what I enjoy doing. I like taking it's kind of like an artist with a blank canvas, and whatever they can do with their God-given skill and their talent to make a piece of artwork. That's what I enjoy in the horse world. I like to be able to take a young horse that doesn't know anything and make it into this once-in-a-lifetime family horse for whoever the customer will be. Some of my best friends in the horse world are people that I have trained a young horse for, brought it through to where I thought it was finished, and sold it to them with a guarantee that it would be a forever family pet, or, a once-in-a-lifetime horse. Matter of fact, one of those customers came down just to watch this show tonight with us. So now the costume class has started, and even though it is mostly based on the costume, it still judges the quality of the horse that's in the class. And April is our trail horse, so we really haven't set her up to foxtrot. Instead, we do a smoother gait called a run walk. And the girls were asking, what do we do when the announcer calls for us to foxtrot? I told them, I said, just go faster and bounce your bodies. And that's what they did. And here you can see April is gaiting really well, and she's very stylish. She's tolerating that big heavy cardboard hat we made on top of her bridle that we strapped down with zip ties without letting it bother her at all. And she also doesn't mind any of the other goofiness that's going on in the class to begin with. And really, we had quite a bit of support. You see Becca is hamming it up on that back end and waving to people. And they even wanted to bring candy and throw to the crowd, but we didn't have time to go get any. But we were really proud of how well April behaved in the class. And we were really actually pretty happy with the place we ended up getting too. I guess I should mention, for anybody that can't put two and two together, that they're dressed up as Thing 1 and Thing 2 from the Dr. Seuss books. And the Cat in the Hat is the horse that they're riding. It's got the Cat in the Hat hat. We made it, and the bow tie around its neck. And the girls are dressed up as Thing 1 and Thing 2. If you get a look at the front of their shirt, that's what the front says. Is Thing 1 is what Mary's wearing, and Thing 2 is what Becca's wearing. So here's a good look at the difference in what I was talking about from the run walk to the foxtrot. Watch the back end of this mare very, very closely, and you'll see that she's stepping from one foot to the other. There is no trot back there in the back end. So that's what's called a run walk. Looking at the front end action, it looks very similar to what the foxtrot would look like, but the back end in a true trot would bound from one foot to the other, not step from one foot to the other.
All right, exhibitors, you may relax. We're running just a little ahead of time tonight, so we're going to ask for some audience participation. I'm going to read off the number of our exhibitors, and I'd like for you to clap your hands, audience, for who you think is the best. So I'll read off. Number 591, Prince Jester's Queen of Diamonds, Grace McNelly. Raise your hand, 591, so everybody can see you. All right. 362, All the King's Horses, Jay, written by Alicia Woods. Raise your hand. 219, Glorious April Storm.
Woo, 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 woo!
And last but not least, 424, Moonshine Time, James McCracken. The Lone Ranger lives. Number 235, Little Harry Silverbell M. Second place, 570, Wild West, written by Maddie Rojacko. Third place, 407, Suns Up Dolly, written by Kai Keener. 219 is fourth place, Glorious April Storm.
Yeah, girls.
By Rebecca Rosen, owned by Terry L. Rosen Jr. of Newburgh, Missouri. In fifth place,
Very glad that we were able to do this costume class. It kind of feels like we were able to fit it in and still be part of their childhood, because it won't be too much longer that the girls will be grown. They've been watching this costume class since they were little bitty, and they really were able to just let their guard down and be little kids and enjoy this. I'm sure it's going to be a memory that they will keep for the rest of their lives, and I know their mother and I will never forget it either.